Let's see what's cooking. It's time for yoyomax12.
Here we go with Cupcake Poppers. I found this one on the Betty Crocker website. They're really cute and really fun. Start off with a cake mix, a white cake mix, any brand name will do, and prepare it according to package directions. Then divide the batter into 5 portions. That's about 3/4 of a cup for each portion. Then you're going to dye each portion a different color. I'm using the recommended neon colors that they recommend on the Betty Crocker website. These can be purchased right at our local grocery store here where I live, but you can use whatever food dyes you'd like. I found that about 5 drops of the food color makes a very nice vibrant color, and in this case it's lime green. You can make other colors as well by combining the basic colors. For example, I'm putting 4 drops of green with 2 drops of red, and this is going to make an orange color. And once the batter is all dyed, all different colors, you're going to place it into some muffin tins. These are the mini muffin tins with the mini muffin tin liners. About 1 tablespoon of batter for each is plenty. And I use a measuring spoon to do that so that I would have even, equal-sized cupcakes when I was done. 1 regular-sized cake mix makes approximately 60 of these miniature cupcakes. You need 2 cupcakes to make 1 cake popper. So therefore, you end up at the end with 30 of them, of 5 different colors. I only made half of that, so you'll see me filling 6 of each color to end up with 3 cake poppers. I actually made regular-sized muffins with the rest of the batter to be used at a later date for decorating. I put them in the freezer. Now, once you fill up your little muffin or your cupcake liners, you'll notice that they may stick out a little bit. So I just gently push them down into the cupcake pan, just so they have contact with the bottom. Then you're going to bake these at 350 degrees, 10 to 12 minutes, until when you stick a toothpick in the center of one of them, it comes out clean. And the trick to these is not to bake them, overbake them until they are brown. You don't want them to be brown. You want them to retain that nice color and then still be completely done. And the toothpick test will tell that the best. And once they're done, let them cool. And while you're waiting for them to cool, you can prepare the filling. You need a jar of marshmallow fluff or marshmallow cream. About 1.5 cups of marshmallow cream is about one of those containers roughly. Then add to that 3/4 of a cup of butter that's softened, as well as 1 1/4 cups of powdered sugar. This is also called icing sugar or confectioner sugar. And then simply beat that together until it's light fluffy. You can see it gets nice and white and fluffy. Divide your icing or your frosting or your filling, whatever you want to call it, into 5 portions, which is about 1/3 of a cup each. And then you're going to do the same thing. You're going to dye the frosting with the same colors that you had for the actual cupcakes. And what I did, instead of using a Ziploc bag this time, I used some piping bags that are meant for icing. And I just cut the end off without putting a tip on the end there. For the actual cupcake popper preparation, take one of the miniature cupcakes and remove the little pieces of paper. Now I noticed right away that you're getting a little ribbing or like a little lines on the side. If I would do this again, I wouldn't use the papers. I would bake them directly in the pan so that it would be nice and smooth. Then take a sharp serrated knife and very gently cut off the tops of each of them so you get a nice little rounded top. Because those 2 of those tops are going to make 1 cupcake popper. Now the cupcake stumps or the ends you can save to crumble up to make cake pops later, or you could use them for another purpose. I'll show you what I mean later. Then put a little bit of the filling or the frosting on one side of the cake popper and put another one on the other to make a little sandwich. And then continue on until they're all done. Store these loosely covered at room temperature. I found that the moisture from the filling had a tendency to get absorbed into the cake, and it got a little bit sticky in a Tupperware container with a tight fitting lid. So I think the best way to serve these would be the same day. I think these would be great at a birthday party instead of a big piece of cake. And for the little stumpy ends, I just put a little bit of frosting on them to make little mini cupcakes. So there we go, cupcake poppers. Give them a try.